Multiple regression is a statistical technique used to model the relationship between a dependent variable and two or more independent variables. The goal of multiple regression is to predict the value of the dependent variable based on the values of the independent variables. Multiple regression analysis enables the examination of the influence of each independent variable on the dependent variable. A multiple regression model requires a dataset containing multiple independent variables and one dependent variable. Systolic blood pressure serves as the dependent variable in this model. Age, weight, number of medications, smoking habits, drinking habits, and dietary levels are the independent variables. These independent variables are used to predict the value of the dependent variable in the regression model. Regression models estimate coefficients for each independent variable. Coefficients represent the change in the dependent variable for a one-unit change in the independent variable, holding all other variables constant. P-values indicate the statistical significance of each variable. Statistical significance helps determine which variables are reliable predictors. A positive coefficient indicates a positive relationship between variables. As the independent variable increases, the dependent variable also increases. A negative coefficient indicates a negative relationship. As the independent variable increases, the dependent variable decreases. The magnitude of the coefficient reflects the strength of the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. Hypothesis testing assesses the significant effect of each independent variable on the dependent variable. The process involves statistically evaluating the relationship between variables to determine if the observed effect is likely due to chance. The statistical tests calculate a p-value, which indicates the probability of observing the data if a low p-value, typically Xiao 3, Utuo, Deng 3, Utuo 0.05, suggests strong evidence against the analysis of variance. ANOVA assesses the overall utility of a regression model. ANOVA tests whether the model explains a significant amount of variance in the dependent variable. The F statistic and its associated p-value indicate the statistical significance of the model. A small p-value, typically 0.05, from an ANOVA test indicates that the model is useful for predicting the dependent variable. A significant p-value suggests that at least one independent variable has a significant effect on the dependent variable. The ANOVA test helps determine if the variation explained by the model is statistically significant. Statistical software is used to input data for multiple regression analysis. Multiple regression analysis is performed to determine the relationship between variables. Regression coefficients are interpreted to understand the impact of each independent variable. Hypothesis testing is conducted to assess the statistical significance of the regression model. ANOVA is used to validate the multiple regression model. Output tables are interpreted to draw conclusions about the relationships between variables.